Have you ever wondered how God commands the angels in the vast and mysterious heavenly kingdom? It's a topic that leads us to explore not only the nature of these spiritual beings, but also the complex dynamics between the divine and the celestial. Today, we're going to delve into this fascinating universe to better understand how angels operate under God's sovereignty and discover 6 revealing facts that will enlighten your understanding of this topic. Angels are often seen as messengers and servants of God, playing crucial roles in carrying out His will in the spiritual and earthly world. Their presence is described in various religious and mythological traditions, each contributing to the richness of their stories and teachings. Throughout this video, we'll explore how angels are organized into heavenly hierarchies, from the cherubim and seraphim to the archangels, each with specific functions that reflect the greatness and diversity of the divine plan. We'll reveal how they act as intermediaries between heaven and earth, transmitting divine messages, protecting and guiding humans at crucial moments. Get ready to discover gripping stories of angelic interventions, incessant heavenly praise, and a deep spiritual connection that permeates the celestial kingdom. These 6 facts that we will share will not only broaden your knowledge of angels, but will also awaken your curiosity about how God commands these heavenly beings in their grandeur and majesty. So, if you're ready to explore the mysteries of the celestial kingdom and better understand how angels are fundamental pieces in the divine plan, join us on this journey of discovery and marvel at the beauty and complexity of the beings that inhabit the heavens around God. Celestial hierarchy is like an organized heavenly order, where angels are categorized into different groups or hierarchies, each performing specific functions within the divine plan. This organization not only reveals the complexity of the spiritual realm, but also illuminates how God coordinates His heavenly messengers to fulfill His sacred purposes. Imagine a heavenly setting where angels are not just winged, ethereal figures, but beings with clearly defined roles as guardians, messengers, and executors of divine will. The cherubim, often portrayed as guardians of God's presence and symbols of His holiness, exemplify divine protection and constant worship. The seraphim, on the other hand, are known for their proximity to God's throne and their role in unceasing worship, singing praises that resound through the heavens and elevate the spiritual atmosphere. They not only glorify God's majesty, but also purify those around them with their cleansing and transforming presence. Archangels occupy a special place in this hierarchy, often acting as God's messengers at critical moments in human history. Gabriel, for example, is known for announcing the birth of Jesus to Mary, while Michael is seen as the heavenly warrior who leads the angelic hosts against the forces of evil. Each angelic order has its own dynamic and purpose within the celestial kingdom, reflecting not only the diversity of divine creation, but also the perfect harmony with which the angels fulfill their functions. This hierarchy not only fascinates and intrigues, but also invites us to contemplate the grandeur and order of God's plan for the spiritual world. By understanding these different orders and their specific functions, we are led to appreciate the depth of divine love and wisdom, which are manifested not only through human beings, but also through the angels who inhabit the heavens. It's a vision that not only expands our understanding of the divine, but also enriches our faith and connects us more deeply with the mystery and wonder of the angelic presence around us. Angels are not just distant and mysterious celestial creatures, they are, above all, divine messengers who play a crucial role in communication between God and humanity. Imagine yourself in front of transcendental scenarios where these spiritual beings not only transmit messages from God, but also bring with them a presence of peace and revelation that can transform lives. In the story of the Annunciation to Mary, for example, the angel Gabriel appears to announce to her that she would conceive and give birth to the Savior, Jesus Christ. This encounter was not only a moment of extraordinary revelation, but also a vivid example of how angels are sent by God to bring good news and play crucial roles in divine plans for the salvation of humanity. Similarly, in Daniel, we see the angel Gabriel again acting as a messenger, bringing visions and prophetic interpretations that reveal God's designs for the future. These moments are not just isolated events in history, but evidence of the constant interaction between the divine and the earthly, where angels are instruments of revelation and guidance. By exploring these biblical stories and other spiritual narratives, we are invited to contemplate the closeness of God through angels and the way in which they not only deliver messages, but also carry with them the divine presence. Each angelic appearance is not just a historical event, but a powerful reminder that God is active in our lives, sending messages of love, guidance, and hope through His heavenly messengers. These moments not only intrigue and move us, but also invite us to reflect on our own receptivity to divine messages in our daily lives. By understanding the role of angels as God's messengers, we are encouraged to open our hearts and minds to the possibility that the answers to our prayers and longings can come through these angelic beings who are sent by God with specific love and purpose. Angels are not just distant celestial figures, they also play significant roles as protectors and spiritual guides in our lives. Imagine yourself surrounded by an angelic presence that not only offers protection from evil, but also guidance in times of difficulty and uncertainty. In the story of Tobias, we find a powerful example of how angels act as divine guardians. Tobias, a young man facing challenges and dangers on his journey, is accompanied by the angel Raphael, who disguises himself as a human guide. Raphael not only protects Tobias from physical dangers, but also guides him in his decisions, ensuring that he finds safety and success on his journey. This narrative is not just an ancient story, it is a living testimony to the constant presence of angels in our lives, intervening when we need help the most and offering spiritual comfort. They not only protect us against visible threats, but also guard us against the spiritual dangers that can lead us away from the path of righteousness. As we contemplate these stories of angelic protection and guidance, we are invited to recognize the benevolence and wisdom of God, who sends his heavenly messengers to help us in times of need. Each encounter with an angel is not just a singular event, but a demonstration of divine love reaching out across the spiritual realm to care for its earthly creations. These stories inspire us to trust in the divine guidance and protection that are always available to us, even when we don't perceive their presence. By understanding the role of angels as protectors and spiritual guides, we are encouraged to cultivate a deeper relationship with the divine, recognizing that we are surrounded by an angelic host that guards us and guides us through the storms of life. Angels don't just perform practical functions in the divine plan, they also play a vital role as God's continual worshippers at the heavenly throne. Imagine yourself in front of a heavenly scene, where angelic choirs resound in perfect harmony, raising praises that reverberate through the heavens and reach the hearts of those who hear them. In the Psalms and the book of Revelation, we find inspiring descriptions of angels who worship God without ceasing. They not only proclaim his holiness and glory, but also magnify his goodness and power through songs and melodies that transcend the limitations of human language. This praise is not just an expression of devotion, it is a living manifestation of the reverence and adoration that permeates the heavenly realm. As we contemplate these images of angelic praise, we are invited to participate in heavenly reverence, recognizing the greatness of God and his infinite majesty. The angels not only teach us about the beauty of worship, but also inspire us to raise our own hearts in gratitude and praise to the Creator. These narratives not only captivate our imagination, but also touch our hearts, inviting us to experience a deep sense of spiritual connection with the divine. By understanding the role of angels as continuous worshippers of God, we are encouraged to seek a deeper communion with him, recognizing that our own worship can join the heavenly choir in a symphony of love and gratitude. Therefore, by exploring the continuous praise of the angels, we are led to contemplate the eternity of divine worship and to marvel at the beauty of the heavenly communion that is within our reach. May each angelic note remind us of the constant presence of God's love in our lives and inspire a fervent response of praise and worship in our own hearts. Angels are not just passive heavenly creatures, they are active executors of God's will, acting with perfection and obedience to fulfill God's designs. Imagine yourself in front of a scene where these angelic beings not only receive God's orders, but execute them with a precision and promptness that reflects their unwavering devotion and commitment. Since ancient times, angels have been portrayed as divine agents who do not hesitate to fulfill the missions entrusted to them. In the biblical narrative, we see examples of their immediate and effective intervention, whether in protecting individuals like Daniel in the lion's den, or in delivering crucial messages like Gabriel's to Mary about the birth of Jesus. These episodes are not just stories of past events, they are living testimonies of the angels' readiness to serve and obey God. Their execution of divine commands not only demonstrates their loyalty, but also reveals the perfect order and harmony that permeates the heavenly realm. As we contemplate these stories of angelic obedience, we are invited to consider our own response to God's will in our lives. Angels not only inspire us with their diligence, but also challenge us to seek a similar obedience to the Creator, recognizing that He has plans and purposes that go beyond our limited understanding. Therefore, in exploring the role of angels as executors of God's will, we are led to admire not only their ability to serve, but also the depth of God's love that sends them as messengers and agents of His care and justice. May each angelic act remind us of the importance of being aligned with God's will in all areas of our lives, seeking to honor and glorify Him just as the angels do in the heavenly realm. Angels are not just mythological figures or religious symbols, they are true spiritual mediators between heaven and earth, playing an essential role in communication and divine intervention in the lives of human beings. Imagine yourself in front of a scene where these celestial beings not only facilitate the connection between God and humans, but also act as messengers of peace, guidance, and miracles that transcend human understanding. In addition to their specific functions as guardians, messengers, and worshippers, angels are often portrayed as intermediaries who transcend the boundaries between the physical and the spiritual. In the Bible and other spiritual traditions, we see vivid examples of how angels serve as bridges of communication between the divine and the earthly, bringing with them answers to prayers, divine revelations, and miraculous interventions that change lives. An inspiring example of this spiritual mediation can be found in the story of Tobias, where the angel Raphael not only accompanies Tobias on his earthly journey, but also acts as a spiritual guide and healer, helping him to overcome challenges and reach a happy ending. This narrative not only illustrates the constant presence of angels around us, but also demonstrates how their intervention can bring physical, emotional, and spiritual healing to our lives. By contemplating these examples of angelic mediation, we are invited to recognize God's closeness in our lives, even in the most difficult and challenging moments. Angels not only connect us to the divine, but also remind us of the goodness and care of God, who sends his heavenly messengers to guide, protect, and comfort us at all times. Therefore, by exploring the role of angels as spiritual intermediaries, we are inspired to seek a deeper relationship with the divine, recognizing that our communication with God is not only possible, but also facilitated by the loving presence of angels around us. May each encounter with an angel remind us of God's infinite grace and the promise of his constant assistance in our spiritual and earthly journey. Angels are not merely executors of orders, they are the divine instruments through which God's will manifests itself in profound and miraculous ways. Imagine witnessing events where these heavenly beings not only receive missions, but carry them out with a dedication and precision that reveal God's benevolence and power. In many biblical stories and spiritual accounts, angels are sent to carry out specific interventions that not only reflect divine wisdom, but also demonstrate God's love and compassion for his children on earth. One of the most striking manifestations of God's will through angels is seen in accounts of life-saving interventions. At crucial moments of danger or despair, angels are dispatched to protect and rescue individuals, often performing acts that defy natural laws and bring safety where there was threat. These events not only illustrate God's direct intervention in protecting his children, but also inspire a deep trust in divine provision that transcends any human understanding. As well as being physical guardians, angels also offer spiritual guidance and insight at moments of crucial decision. In the story of Daniel, for example, the angel Gabriel not only brought prophetic revelations, but also interpreted complex visions that revealed divine designs for the future. This function of guidance is not limited to the past. Angels continue to play a vital role in illuminating the path of those who seek spiritual wisdom and direction in their lives. Another aspect of the manifestations of divine will through angels is their ability to bring comfort and healing to those in need. In moments of pain, illness, or emotional despair, angels are sent as messengers of hope and consolation, offering a divine presence that transcends human suffering. Their visits not only soothe the afflicted heart, but also bring spiritual healing that strengthens faith and restores inner peace. In addition to these examples, angels are often sent to perform miracles that testify to God's supernatural power. From ancient times to the present day, accounts of angelic interventions that defy scientific explanation bear witness to God's love and power at work. These miracles not only renew faith in divinity, but also inspire a deep reverence for heavenly intervention that operates beyond the limits of human understanding. By contemplating these manifestations of the divine will through angels, we are invited to recognize the constant presence of the divine in our daily lives. Each story of angelic intervention is not only a reminder that God is active and attentive to our challenges and needs, but also an invitation to trust in his providence and guidance in every aspect of our lives. May each encounter with an angel remind us of the promise of God's unconditional love and the certainty that his hands are always outstretched to protect, guide, and comfort us as we follow our spiritual and earthly journey. As we explore the fascinating world of angels as manifestations of divine will, we are transported beyond religious and mythological narratives into a realm of spiritual and miraculous possibilities. Angels are not just distant celestial figures, they are active messengers of God, sent with sacred purposes that transcend our earthly understanding. Every story of angelic intervention, whether it be protection from imminent danger, guidance at crucial moments, consolation in times of suffering, or the performance of extraordinary miracles, reminds us of God's unwavering love for each one of us. They are living testimonies to God's promise of care and provision, revealing themselves as living symbols of God's grace and mercy in action. When we consider the role of angels as mediators between heaven and earth, we are invited to reflect on our own spiritual journey. May each encounter with an angel be a reminder of God's constant presence in our lives, an inspiration to trust in his wise guidance, and a confirmation that we are surrounded by a heavenly host that guards and guides us. May this exploration of angels as executors of God's will not only enrich our spiritual understanding, but also strengthen our faith and hope in a God who continually works for our good. May each story shared and each reflection awakened lead us into a deeper communion with the divine, renewing our trust in the loving presence that sustains us in all circumstances. At the end of this journey through the realm of angels, I invite you to continue exploring and discovering more about these heavenly messengers and their transformative role in our existence. May the curiosity aroused turn into a continuous desire to know more of God's love and wisdom, found through the angels he sends to us. May we always be open to receiving their messages, their protection and their peace, knowing that we are truly surrounded by goodness and divine light. May every moment of reflection and every story shared remind us that, just as angels are witnesses to God's power and grace, we are also called to be instruments of His love in this world, guided by the same heavenly wisdom that angels so faithfully represent. And so we come to the end of this fascinating exploration of angels as divine messengers and executors of God's will. I hope you have found inspiration and learning in this deep dive into the heavenly realm of angels. If you enjoyed the content and want to continue deepening your knowledge of spiritual and divine themes, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, activate the notification bell so you don't miss any new videos, leave a like if this video touched your heart, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Your interaction is fundamental to us. Also, be sure to explore the other amazing videos that appear on your screen right now. They are designed to enrich your spiritual journey and offer transformative insights on a variety of related topics. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch to the end. Your presence and support mean a lot to us. We will continue to bring you content that inspires, educates, and uplifts the spirit. See you in the next video. Don't forget, stay connected, stay curious, and may the light of the angels always be guiding your path.
See you soon.